Good morning. We're heading out on a freezing Saturday morning in hunt of the Super Slam. That includes sheepshead, flounder, speckled trout, and the mighty redfish. So we'll see you out on the water. We've got some dead filler crabs. They're probably still effective, of course not as effective as live crabs, but as you saw, I scraped out the barnacles off this bridge right here just to kind of chum up the water. We are about in 16 feet of water here. Just like that, we got a fish. Good sized sheeps. I'm going down about, I don't know, 10, 12 feet. Pretty close to the bottom. Another nice sheep's head. And I'm in Biloxi at the train bridge here, the CSX train bridge. Why I chose this area, a couple reasons. One, the wind is blowing out of the northeast, so it's kind of pushing my boat this way, so the bow of my boat will be facing this way, as well as like all the, you know, bait and whatnot will be pushed this way as well. So kind of situating the boat for convenience, but also where you think the predator fish will be. All right, a little smaller. And this is just a Cast King. I think it's a Sharky 3. It's actually a pretty decent reel. 11 bearings. I mainly got it for sheepshead fishing. That thing took everything but the shell. The fish and eater. You know, this time of year, the brown shrimp have moved out. So you really had to switch to artificial until the next wave of shrimp come through. I believe they're white shrimp, but I could be wrong there. Like I said, we're on incoming tide, so the water is flowing this way. The wind is coming out of the northeast. You can see my boat kind of turning around because of the wind. Now there's a great debate, maybe not great, but you know, there's a thought, which if you had to get a power pole or trolling motor, you know, which is ideal? And to me, the answer is, it depends. You know, it depends on what type of fishing you do. You know, if you're mainly, you know, go after slot reds, you're probably in 6 feet or less water. And power poles are a lot more effective, you know, because they're silent. You heard my trolling motor earlier, you know, when I hit spot lock, it just went bananas because I had to, you know, raise it up because we got into some less than 1 foot water coming in here. But if you're looking just for an all around, it's hard to go wrong with the spot lock trolling motor. I'm just fishing along these banks. I've got some big ones marking on the screen. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but right there, it's about 3.5 feet down. Almost on the bottom. More than likely a big red. Oh, got him! Big one, big one. Good guy here. All right, we got a fish on. It's like a larger speckled trout. As I mentioned before, these things are starting to move up in the bayous. Just caught, I would imagine, I haven't really measured it, but I know it's over 20 inches, probably 21, 22 inch speckled trout on a voodoo shrimp. And almost 4 throws later, I threw the almost 4 throws later, I threw the voodoo shrimp off the knot. I'm going to switch over to a bull minnow on a popping cork, just honestly to kill time, because I am going to retie on, and hopefully we can get on some more speckled trout on swim bait. This more than likely will attract hopefully a bull red, hopefully. So I'm going to switch to a lipless bait just to kind of run it along, see if I could pick up a speck. I'm using Gold Label cigar, cigar, 20 pounds. Uh-oh, fish on, fish on, fish on. See what we got here. Another nice speck. Much smaller than the first one, but still definitely a keeper. As you can see, beautiful fish. Beautiful fish. I don't know if the camera's picking up the purple in their bodies, but a lot of times they'll have dual fangs. They got the yellow mouth, signature speckled trout. We'll put it on the tape measure here just to see. My guess is probably 17-ish. As you can see, 17 and a half. So good looking fish. All right, I'm switching over to this chartreuse lipless bait. It's, you know, it's got an orange belly on it, black top. I think it's a Yozuri. I could be completely wrong, but we'll see if we can get on a bite here. And I'm just kind of doing a steady retrieve. Tons of fish. I don't know if you could pick that up on the camera in this little hole. More than likely a white trout. So we're going to go past it and throw back into it. All right, fish on. You can see a little bitty flounder. More than likely is not legal. This one is a little right at 11. So appreciate the bite, buddy. Flounder this time of year start getting ready for spawn, and they head offshore for spawning. A lot of states have taken the approach of, you know, in November, they actually shut down flounder season. Mississippi hasn't taken that approach. I think we do a pretty good job you know, managing the population here in Mississippi. I typically don't have a problem if I'm, you know, going after flounder to catch a flounder. So it's almost 1 o'clock. We are gonna turn back around and let's see if we can get our red, get our slam, and get out of here. Get back home, watch some football. You know, my son's home from college. I believe he's heading back for this final 2 weeks. And I just want to say a special happy birthday to my wife. My last video, she actually, that's how amazing a woman she is. She actually let me go fishing on her birthday. Tell me how many women would allow that. Just an amazing woman, really blessed to have her. So happy birthday, Shayla. I really don't deserve you. We're on a troller motor right now, maxed out, going at 2.56 miles an hour. We're gonna do kind of a single drop shot with a bull minnow. Hopefully we can entice a big bull red to come up and gobble on it, but we'll see. GoPro died, so you're on my cell phone between my knees. I imagine this is a sizable red, probably mid-20s. Well, we are going to head in now. It is an absolutely beautiful day on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. We set out for the impossible task. Maybe it's not uberly impossible, but the task of completing the Mississippi Super Slam, which includes speckled trout, redfish, flounder, and the sheepshead. And you know what? We made it happen. So till next time, we'll see you out on the water.